Welcome to Red Flag Studio. This is your host Fardeen Khan, and in this video we are going to give you an overview of what Firebase is. So according to Wikipedia, it is a mobile and web application development platform which was developed by Firebase Incorporated back in 2011. It was an individual company back then and was later acquired by Google in 2014. Since then, Firebase has been developed into a platform for providing cloud services to build, improve, and grow your applications. So we will be talking about the various features it provides, how Google has provided and incorporated all these services across the different platforms such as iOS, Android, Web, C++, and Unity. So let us dive into the world of Firebase. So this is the official website for Firebase. You can watch the introductory video if you like. These are the few codes that are provided by Google team and the Firebase team. Build apps without managing infrastructure. So it provides you the backend cloud services. So you do not have to think about managing the infrastructure for backend. It provides you automatically, scales automatically upon your billing cycle. It is backed by Google, so it provides already you many. It already provides you many features that are, for example, the Google Cloud Platform. The cloud platform is integrated with Firebase deeply, so any projects that you create in Firebase will be automatically added to GCP for your usage of other services from GCP. Then it is one platform with products that work better together. So all the services that Firebase uses, it is accumulated into this platform, this console. You can access it, and you can deploy these services to a number of platforms, that is iOS, Android, Web, Unity. So let us talk about the various features it provides. So the main motto of Firebase team is that it provides services for building better apps, improving app quality, and growing your business. So the first stage in mobile application development is building an application. Building an application is in two stages, right? First of all, the UI design is completed, and simultaneously or later on we have the backend development. So for that we create services, we create our backend infrastructure so that we can manage our users, collect data, process it, and provide experience to the user. Google Firebase provides you all these features through a number of services. So first of all is Cloud Firestore, a NoSQL real-time database that is based upon the collection and document structure, which is very popularly known through other databases such as MongoDB. Through the free tier, you get about 10 GB of free data, and you can use it for real-time purposes. So you can have asynchronous streams coming from Cloud Firestore, updating your applications in real time. So whatever changes are made to the database are automatically reflected in your application very fast. Then moving on to MLKit. So machine learning in Android platform, in the mobile platform, is quite limited even now because of limitation of the hardware for training and deploying this network. MLKit provides you the benefit of the cloud infrastructure for running, deploying, training your machine learning models, providing a TensorFlow Lite version of them, and deploying them in your application and running all these queries so that you can worry not about the infrastructure but about the user experience first. So MLKit allows you and gives you access to a large number of libraries such as face recognition, handwriting detection, text recognition, etc., and allows you to add custom models to it. So those were the services provided by MLKit. Then moving on to Cloud Functions. Creating HTTP endpoints and triggers for actions on your database and storage are provided by Cloud Functions without requiring any management of the backend or managing servers. So what you have to do is that whatever Node.js function or the TypeScript function you want to write, and you want to expose it to others as an HTTP endpoint, or you want to write functions so that to manage any actions on your databases, on your Firebase services, anything related to that, you can write those functions in Cloud Functions and deploy them. Then we have authentication. So it is a big hassle for small developers and small teams for managing all the data about the users that are pouring into your application, about managing their credentials, securing them, resetting the password, sending out emails, and providing other means of authentication through auth clients. All of these are managed through encrypted services provided for authentication by Firebase. You can look into it in detail, as you will find that you can log into your account, your app through Firebase authentication through a large number of means, and it provides a very rich library for managing users sessions and authentication. Then moving on to hosting. Do you have a static website, but you are lacking the infrastructure, server, or the money to host it and to deliver it to your users? Then Firebase Hosting is your solution. It enables you on the free tier to host up to one website HTML, CSS, and Node.js, TypeScript are the JavaScript are the technologies it is currently supporting. So you can develop a 24/7 uptime live website through this hosting service, which will be available and can be even redirected to your own domain. So if you have a domain already registered under your name, you can add to this hosting services so that you will be any queries you make to your domain will be redirected to this hosted service. So obviously the infrastructure that is provided on the backend using the cloud is pretty massive. Then we have cloud storage. So you can store files, you can store your documents, you can store images, and each of the users will give access to to this, so that you can define roles as to who can access these documents, who can download them, who can store these files, and these are provided at a Google scale. So you can imagine that the type of the server quality that you are going to get from the cloud storage services. Then we have real-time database. Now this is becoming a bit redundant, right? We already had a real-time database, NoSQL structure. This is another one known as the Firebase real-time database, and we have talked about the Cloud Firestore. It was introduced earlier when Cloud Firestore was still in beta. So Firebase provides a JSON document type of data storage. It is a bit clumsy by now standard, so we are not going to use it, and it has mostly been derelict for some while. Now you have developed your application. Moving on to improving your app quality. Before delivering your application to your end users, you need to make sure that it is free of any crashes, bugs, or any features that will make your users leave your application. So first of all, the feature that it provides is Crashlytics. So running on such a large number of devices and a variety of them on the various Android versions, it is always possible that your app will encounter some issue that it will lead to crashes and bugs, which may derive your user from their desired experience and leave the application or even uninstall it. In that case, first you need to understand what might be the cause of this application of this crash or bug, and just deliver your solution to this as soon as possible. So Crashlytics prioritizes and fixes these issues with powerful real-time crash reporting. It reports all the information required for analyzing these issues whenever they occur. So that was about Crashlytics. Now moving on to performance monitoring. Obviously, you do not want your application to run on premium devices only. You want each of the users of your application to gain the same experience, a fast application, a fast experience, and for that you have performance monitoring. So you can monitor how your app is running on different kind of devices, what are the performance metrics, and which is the area where you should make improvements, etc. Then you have test lab. Before deploying your application to the respective stores, you will first need to test it on a large number of devices to find out any of the bugs or any of the issues with that. So if you do not have access to such large number of devices, such different screen sizes or operating system versions, then test lab is your solution, where you are provided virtually created devices hosted on the servers or actual devices which are again hosted on the server to test your application. It gives you a limited number of devices you can test your apps on. If you have a billing cycle on, then it is pay per use. So you can test your application and it will give you entire information about the process of starting the application till it is ended. So this was about improving your app quality before or on the go, before you deploy it to your users or while on the go. Now we are going to talk about growing your business. So now you have developed your application, made it bug free. Now you need to grow your business so that more and more people are attracted to use your application. They make purchases, increase your revenue, and retain their existing users. For this, a large number of features are provided by Firebase, and these are equally important. The first one is in-app messaging. So let's say that you have introduced a new service for premium users and want to notify them whenever they open their apps. So for that, you can create banners. For example, like ads are used in other services. You can create banners which will be interactive, and these will be provided as messages inside the application itself. And for that engagement, you have in-app messaging. Then the most important feature provided by Firebase is Google Analytics. Information is the key to gaining better user experience, better user engagement, and to know what are the benefits and the disadvantages of application. Google Analytics provides you reporting and logging services for custom built events as well as events that are generated by the user or by the system. For example, your app is crashing, or your app is just started, your app has been uninstalled by the user, or for how duration of time, what kind of user is actually using your app. All these information is provided by analytics, and it is recorded on your device offline and online, and it will be provided for you at the Firebase console on the go, so you can analyze the data and you can make changes to certain features that people may not like, may not use, and gain more users, gain more engagement, etc. So moving on to predictions. Now suppose you have some features and you want to predict that what kind of users are going to use it, then the premium machine learning services provided by Google are provided to you through Firebase prediction services. It automatically creates a machine learning infrastructure in the backend services provided by Google Cloud, on which you will run your you can either customize these machine learning models by adding parameters to it, so that you can predict and what kind of engagement the user will have with certain kinds of features, so with certain kind of metrics. So these are about smart user segmentation based on predicted behavior. Then we have A/B testing. Now imagine you want to add an experimental feature to your application. It is not advisable for you to add this feature, update it to the users, and then have them feedback, because it might be too late. If the experience that you are upgrading to the experiment might even break your app, and users may even uninstall your application, and that is totally undesirable. For that, we have the feature of A/B testing, in which those experimental features are delivered to a targeted specific audience, and then you can gather information about their interaction with that feature, and then you can finally decide whether or not to upgrade to this feature or not. Then we have cloud messaging. So delivering notifications and messages to your users about the latest features that you have used in your applications is a pretty good idea, because that enables user engagement and notifies them about the new features they may be interested in. So cloud messaging provides you all these features. It creates a topic subscription model, so that users can subscribe to topic. For example, a certain kind of event that is open for some users during a particular window of time, they can get notified of that by subscribing to it, so that they will receive all the latest information. Also, you can create one-time or scheduled information notifications through the cloud messaging platform. Now let us talk about remote config. Imagine that you have two features, feature A and feature B. Through analytics, you have determined that feature A is liked by a particular group of users and feature B is liked by a particular group of other people, but they do not like both the features, and this is somewhat more halting or creating some ruckus between your user base, and they are not liking both the features in the present. So you have to make a choice. No, it is not the case. You can deliver both of these services, both of these features, which actually do the same thing but are presented differently to different kind of users depending upon their taste and satisfaction. So for example, you may display a particular kind of image to a different age group, and a different kind of experience, an image or a layout to a different kind of user base or an age group, using remote config. Remote config actually is a collection of key value pairs, and these key value pairs are monitored by our application, and depending upon their values, it will deliver a different experience. We will talk about all of these features later on. So let's move on to the last topic, that is dynamic links. So other than Play Stores and your own website designs, App Store from which users will have access to and download your applications, there is another feature rising, that is inviting and sharing your applications. So existing users of your application will share the link, customized link of the app to their family and friends, and they can download it, and maybe they will get rewarded for it, maybe they will get some special concession for it. And this is all provided by dynamic links. It gives drive growth by using deep links with attribution. It uses the concept of deep links, in which customized information is provided along with the links, and the process of opening the link and installing the application, interacting with it, and becoming a constant user is made very short using dynamic links and deep links. So these are all the features that Firebase provides for building better applications, for improving app quality and growing your business. Most of these features are for free or are very cheap, and if you are using a billing cycle, then it will be pay per use. So all of these features are accessible to the Firebase Google console, and in the next video we are going to use this console to add our application to this platform and integrate these services into it. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and share of this video if you liked it, and please subscribe to the channel to get notified about the latest videos that we are uploading. Thank you.